Alright, so what do we got here? Some Asari backup. Some Asari Commandos. So Commandos train from an early age to control their minds and bodies, seeking the ultimate economy of thought and movement. They are taught that each shot and each decision be made without hesitation. While exact training methods vary among teams, all Commandos are consummate professionals. Their ambushes, quick strikes, and clever tactics have bested larger, well-armed units in thousands of recorded conflicts. And we got Samara as well. The Justicars are an ancient Asari order dedicated to finding and punishing those who would harm others. They rigidly adhere to the Justicar Code, a comprehensive, complicated list of laws, by assaulting the innocent, slaughtering the helpless, and assaulting the innocent. What? Okay, wait, I think I have to read that text better. Okay, again, by assaulting the innocent, slaughtering the helpless, and refusing to acknowledge any authority above themselves, the Reapers are an affront to nearly everything the code stands for. The Justicar Samara has set aside all other responsibilities, pledging to stop the Reapers even if it kills her. There you go. You're all about... Yeah, you're reading Justicar Code, and then all of a sudden it does a 180-degree flip with its logic. That's weird. And then you put in Reapers somewhere in the middle of it. It's just kind of weird. Alright, so at least we got ourselves some nice war assets there. Let's see.
Commander, there's a new message at your private terminal.
Of course it is.
The Crucible Project received some new tech from the Asari government.
I'm glad they've decided to help the war effort.
Everybody has to fight now, no matter how pretty you are. I learned that the hard way. Commander?
So, what do we... Oh, whoa! That is again a lot of text. So, visiting the Citadel from Javik. Commander, I find this messaging system to be outdated and clumsy. I assumed Specialist Traynor was joking when he said I had to type letters to form words. I want to visit the Citadel the next time we travel there. In my lifetime, it had been captured by the Reapers. If you would like to join me, I will be in the area where the embassies are located. I believe this concept of galactic control shared among races is a lie. Getting away from work. Liara to Sony. Shepard, I need an excuse to tear myself away from all these monitors. Come see me the next time we dock on the Citadel. Liara. Asari, squad, ready. From Corinne Lemais. Commander Shepard. As of an hour ago, Asari High Command has assigned my squad to support you. We will ride with the 2nd Fleet until it's time to deploy. If you'll allow me a personal note, I knew a few of the commandos who went down to that monastery. Nothing will bring them back, but hearing that the place went up in smoke is the only good news I have heard in weeks. Headed for the front lines, from Samara. Shepard, I finished my business on Lassus. I would offer to travel once again with you on the Normandy, but the code dictates I join the fight where it is most dire. While you do your essential work, I will do my best to help hold the front before I depart. I'll return to the Citadel for a short time to prepare. If it does not interfere with your duties, come find me there, Samara. Take a break. From Garrus Vicarian. Shepard, I thought next time we are at the Citadel, maybe we could take a break. Can't fight the war without a little R&R once in a while. I'll be hanging around CSEC near the shuttles if you're interested. Found something? From Miranda Lawson. I discovered a few things about my sister. It's bad, but there's something else going on. I'm back on the Citadel. I'll find a place to meet and send you a nav point when you get there, Miranda. And a memorial from Ashley Wilson. From Ashley Williams. Shepard, my sister got everything set up at the Citadel Memorial. She showed me what she's going to put up on the wall. It's nice. I wish I could do something to make this easier for her. She wants me to say something about our family. I know you're busy, but it would mean a lot if you could be there, Ashley. Alright, so looks like we have to go to the Citadel and do some soul searching then. But before that, we have to get to the Geth space. No comment?
Glad you talked Samara down.
I never thought I'd see her flinch from her duty.
I don't know. On one hand, that code's all she's had to live by for, God, centuries. And the galaxy goes to hell. The old rules don't cut it anymore. I mean, we're cutting some corners, right?
A few.
Well, the Alliance can always court-martial us after we save the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Commander?
What are you doing, Edie?
Monitoring reports of proton storms and other space weather. With the Reapers attacking the comm buoy systems, critical warnings may be lost.
How bad are these storms?
If we are warned, not bad. If we are not warned, very bad.
Thanks for the info, Edie.
Hello, Shepard.
Okay. So cloudy with a chance of meatballs it is. Let's see, is there anything else happening here on the ship? I do.
Garrus mentioned something about you two having some fun next time you're on the Citadel. Don't get into trouble.
Try to. We're probably shooting on cans or something.
Commander?
Wait a minute. So she's reading my mails. Let's see if we can trigger that again.
Liara mentioned something about possibly meeting you on the Citadel next time you're there.
Uh-huh. That's nice. You don't have to read all of the text because Traynor knows. Sneaky. But I've read an awful lot of those texts, so why is it that only sometimes... Nope, okay. So only main character related stuff gets triggered. Let's check everyone else in here and maybe upgrade the...
I've always loved the M35 Mako. It's got heart, you know.
Oh, come on. The M44 Hammerhead is vastly superior.
Exactly.
Come on, that thing's made of tissue paper. At least the Mako can take a few hits.
I'd hope so. That thing handles like a drunk rhino. No agility whatsoever.
More like a bull that can climb and climb for days.
It only climbs because of its stupid, vertically aligned Mass Effect fields. Jump or stick. No speed. No lateral movement.
Hey, with a cannon like that, who needs to move?
If you want that, why don't you just stick with the old M29 Grizzly?
Hey, I love that tank.
You would be one to love grizzly bears, Mr. Vega.
What? What's so funny?
Exactly. But the Hammerhead is one of the best vehicles in this game. Better than the Mako. Mako is ass.
The next time you blow up a monastery, let me know you've left the premises, okay? I worry about you.
Aww.
I appreciate you checking in on me. Sir. Sir.
I'm just doing my rounds, pretty much. So, wait a minute. I got some Ceres whatever kind of thingamajig. Which one is it? Ceres Council? Was it? Could be that one. I got so many of those. The thing is, you do need defensive capability, so everything that lowers your health is pretty much essential. I mean, you could... yeah, wait a minute. I mean... You do lose health a lot. But shield does regenerate. Health does not regenerate the same way. You have different health bars, or like slots, or points, or whatever you will call it. And there's only one slot that actually regenerates, or it takes a very, very long way. So it is actually better to change it from health to shielding, because shielding regenerates quicker. And overall, you could think that this is a more, overall better kind of defense thingy. If you just want to deal more damage, then of course you can deal more damage, but then you have to be very, very good at sneaking and like ducking and whatnot. So, what's the weapon that I actually use. Not the Tempest. It could be the Phalanx that I improved. Weapon damage, ammo capacity, and weight. Shuriken. One of those. Oh, bollocks. Which one is it? Yeah, I used the Shriek, but what was the other one? Was it the Hornet? No. It was the Hornet. So, is there anything in here that screams Hornet to anyone? No. The other one could just be the Phalanx. Ah, there's the Hornet. Right. But are there any other weapons? And what about the things that I use? We do use the Shuriken, and what was the other thing that we use? Shuriken and Phalanx, yeah. So these two have to be upgraded at least. Okay, and the Shuriken just for us. And the Hornet could be a good choice, but there might be another weapon for it. In this case, if someone uses abilities, then you could definitely benefit from that. All of the other weapons don't need upgrades. We already have at least one version that is maxed out. So we don't need to spend a lot. Alright, so how much damage do we do now? Doesn't really change. That's weird. So, let's hope that we don't skip any of his...
Do you hear that hum?
Stuff.
Is that just me?
What kind of hum you... I mean, there is a hum, yes.
Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
Uh-huh. Maybe someone is humming. The other stuff is the electrical hum that happens here, but... those two are still doing their thing. Other than the robot dog patrolling around, there's nothing here. Yep, absolutely nothing. It even behaves like a dog, look at that.
So, are you doing a story on the Asari who were turned into Reaper creatures?
The Ardat Yakshi? No.
I think that story would be perfect for you. The hidden dark side of the most beautiful race in the galaxy.
We have a huge Asari audience. If I do that story, I could lose them.
That seems a bit like pandering.
Ever seen how fast an e-democracy can abandon its allies?
No.
If I do my job, you won't.
That kind of makes sense. I mean, this was one of the reasons why I told her to... Was it about the Krogan or the Solarians? I don't know. But it was definitely one of... No, it was about the humans.
I talked with Williams. Between the 212, Horizon, and the Council's other guards, it's like death just follows her around. Do we need to talk, Commander?
Not right now.
Not right now, Allers.
Let me know when we do.
Sweet. I mean, the news in this case are kind of moderated, but yeah, aren't they always? What's Javik? Is he down here again? No. Okay, maybe he is waltzing around next to the core.
Did you hear? Kelly Chambers is dead.
Oh no, what happened?
Cerberus found her during a Citadel coup. Shot her where she stood.
Oh, that's terrible. She seemed really nice.
What if we'd gone back to Cerberus? Your gut saved us, Gabby. Nothing to report.
Shepard?
Nothing to report, Commander.
I mean, as sad as the story, the interaction is kind of nice, but Kelly was supposed to survive that. That's the thing. I wanted to go back to the Citadel, check up on everything, and then do the next main mission, but no. There's a coup happening there. You gotta be kidding me. There's not even a Kelly Chambers on that board. That's the meanest thing of them all, really.
Everybody was fighting the Rachni, trying to push them back through the relay. Finally, the Krogan were turned loose and stopped them.
I see.
But when the Krogan rebelled, we had to deploy the Genophage to stop them. Wasn't the only rebellion. 1,000 years later, the Geth revolted against the Quarians. That was a whole other war. Then along came the humans. My own people tangled with them for a while, and now, to top it all off, we've got the Reapers. What about you?
The Ouroboros fought the Densorin. The Andoromai conquered the Vandomai, and the Jatil turned against the Jah.
So, I guess nobody really ever gets their act together.
The Sinreal claimed to have found the path to eternal peace.
What happened?
The Ditaka preferred war and wiped them out.
I hope you guys had alcohol.
Some of the crew seem shocked by the monstrosities we have encountered. They haven't seen what the Reapers could corrupt after 100 years. That was our war. Every battle conjured a new nightmare. This human holds such childish views of war. Your species has much to learn. Commander.
What do you mean, childish views of war?
Samara's the kind of soldier we need in this war. Nothing gets in her way. I just hope I'm not in her way someday. That woman means business. Now it's a mutated Asari. The Reapers are just a giant nightmare factory that never ends. I can only imagine what the Reapers are doing to the Drell, or the Hanar, or the Vorcha. This could get a lot worse before it gets better.
Imagine our favorite race, the Volos, getting turned into, I don't know what, even more financially powerful creatures.
Not right now. It's a brilliant tactic, when you think about it.
But it's evil.
When has that ever mattered in war?
Yeah, but converting other life forms into Reapers? I can't wrap my head around that.
Makes sense to me. It ensures you never run out of cannon fodder. Eliminates any local resistance. And for every soldier you add, your enemy loses two. The one you converted, and his buddy on the other side who can't pull the trigger on a friend.
You sound like you admire them.
Same way I admire a virus or a thresher maw. They've adapted perfectly to their situation.
But the Reapers want to destroy us.
And I have no intention of letting them. But if you don't respect your enemy's capabilities, you're in for one nasty surprise after another. Not right now.
Come on, sometimes you can trigger that. Ah. Whose coffee is it? Someone is drinking coffee on the normal day. And it is my mug. There's my name on it. What you have to do is like mod the game a little bit so there actually is your name on the thing. Hi.
Hey, Commander. I dug out some letters my youngest sister wrote when she was in high school. She was having a hard time. Teen drama and all that. Just needed her big sis. I guess with everything that happened down there, I just wanted to read them again. You sure make some unusual friends, Shepard. That is not a side of the Asari I ever want to see. Shepard?
Yeah. the only one that is in here, but still not reading any books. So let's get in here.
It would help all involved if you could barter a trade of medical supplies with the Citadel refugees. Speak to Tactus. You should be able to find him near the docks. It would help all involved if you could barter a trade of medical supplies with the Citadel refugees.
Yes, yes. So, any other thing in here? No. Kind of running out of abilities to level up. So wait a minute. The crew is just waltzing around all over the place. Was there ever someone next to Garrus in the gun room? Weird.
Have we heard from Agent DeTrace yet?
She has not reported in for over 8 hours, Doctor.
She was stationed on Valchir when the Reapers invaded. I think we can assume what happened. Inform Agent Calamus he's now in charge of reporting Reaper activity past the Loas relay.
Oh, look at this. New upgrades. Oh, this is what they mean by intel. This is the intel. Alright. Intact Reaper weapon. The barrel of this Reaper weapon can be dismantled for further study. If the miniaturized energy cells powering the gun systems are taken apart, it could lead to improvements in the damage a weapon can deal. However, an examination of its heat venting systems could instead provide the means to maximize thermal clip storage. So we got weapon or ammo capacity bonus. The question is, who gets the bonus for this? Is this just Shepard or is this a squad bonus? That would be nice. Weapon upgrade. Get this field kit. Yeah, ammo and weapon 5 and 5. Intact Reaper weapon. Weapon and ammo 5 and 5. So it's the same thing. Galley's electronic signature. Matriarch Galley was an Asari of some importance, with some connections to Asari High Command and the Council itself. Her electronic signature can be used once before security protocols realize it has been activated by someone else. Galley's contacts can open elite training facilities for reconditioning soldiers, or on behalf of the Asari Embassy, grant someone a discount at all Citadel stores. So what do we got? 5%. Okay, so there's another store discount ability. So you can get at least 10% plus any additional discount that you can trigger on stores via any quests or whatnot. It's a nice way to buy cheaper stuff. And there is a markup of 10% if you buy items through the Normandy store, not the actual weapon upgrade computer interface, but the other one that lets you access the merchants directly. So yeah, you can kind of counteract that, or you just use the store bonus directly on the Citadel and buy everything cheaper there. But we are going for power damage because we want to fight Reapers. So what do we have here? An awful lot of stuff. I could just go for weapon damage. Straight up weapon. There is nothing there. Okay.
Shepard, I know you've gone back to Jack.
Liara,
Be with whoever you want to be with. I'm just not interested in playing games anymore. Really, I don't believe either of us has the time. I've got quite a bit to coordinate with my agents. If you want to talk, it has to be later. I'm occupied, Shepard.
Excellent find, Commander. The information network terminal has been updated.
Crap. We screwed up. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But, this is just... Well, but there's still the whole Citadel business that we have to get through and talk to her directly there. So, maybe we can ease things out. But the thing is, This is horrible. I actually wanted to get Liara through the whole game, but it's just kind of annoying that you have not really the option to say, like, if you chose Liara in Mass Effect 1 and then you play Mass Effect 2, there never is an option that says, no, I have a girlfriend. This option is missing. You can say no to them, yes, but there's no mentioning of Liara or anything like that. That would be nice to have. Because it reminds you that, oh, that could interfere with it. And that's something to keep in mind. But anyway, it's our own fault in this case. But anyway, Jack is a good romance too. So let's see. What was I in the? Not this. Wait a minute. We did level up, didn't we? Look at that. We can level up some lift crates over here, and now we have no more points for the next one. Sweet. Unbelievable. So let's see. Ton of side missions. Weird. And Codex is read like that. And aliens, the council races. The Ardat Yakshi. Ardat Yakshi, the demon of the night winds, are Asari suffering from a genetic disorder preventing conventional melding of nervous systems during mating. Instead, Ardat Yakshi electrochemically ravage their partners' nervous systems, in extreme cases leaving victims as a vegetative invalids or corpses. Asari psychologists regard this incapacity for mental fusion as preventing the development of empathy, leading to psychopathy. There is no known cure. The disorder generally begins in infancy, reaching full pathology during maiden adolescent sexual development. While seductive and sexually driven as other Asari, Ardat Yakshi are congenitally sterile. Ancient Asari mythology held Ardat Yakshi as gods of destruction, depicting them as villains of countless legends and as the anti-heroes of numerous Asari epics. Contrary to popular belief, Ardat Yakshi are neither extremely rare, around 1% of Asari dwell on the Ardat Yakshi spectrum, nor are they all murderers. Most cultivate and discard countless exploitative or abusive relationships during their legally marginal lives. Despite rumors of Ardat Yakshi syndicates, by nature Ardat Yakshi are incapable of long-term cooperation. As a disproportionately wealthy species, Asari employ their economic reach and media ownership to hide their Ardat Yakshi pathology from the galactic community, placing most Ardat Yakshi in monitored work programs or seclusion. Only the most aggressive cases are sentenced to sanitaria and prisons or to the execution list of justicars. As a list, alright. But it's actually very interesting. Like, one part is that the Ardat Yakshi are sterile, and the other one is that they are incapable of forming bonds. Like, the bonding thing doesn't work on the sexual basis and on an emotional basis, or behavioral basis, you could say. So that's a very interesting kind of thing. So this is where the whole, like, psychopathy kind of goes in there. That's actually very interesting. I could read a little bit on the Reaper stuff, but let's just go for technology. The Shroud. Did I really read all of the AI and VI? Maybe. Anyway, the Shroud. What the Krogan call the Shroud is a technological remnant of the Salarian uplift. After Tuchanka's nuclear war released tons of smoke and dusts in the atmosphere, the planet temporarily cooled from global dimming, except at the poles, where the albedo was lowered by soot. As clouds trapped the resulting heat, enormous swaths of permafrost melted, releasing methane captured in clouds from previous millennia. This potent greenhouse gas created a runaway heat cycle that was called the nuclear summer. Without intervention, Tuchanka would have sunk into a slow but certain mass extinction. The Salarian solution was to assemble the Shroud, a permanent sun shield of trillions of tiny diffractory lenses placed at the L1 Lagrange point. The point in space where the lens's naturally stable orbit would shade the planet. The Solarians settled on a delivery method that became known as the Shroud Towers. The towers were essentially enormous coil guns that could fire a payload of lenses into space, along with the equipment necessary to monitor the payload's trajectories. Many Krogan warlords enthusiastically approved of the plan, some because they believed in saving their homeworld, but most because they saw future military applications for the Shroud Towers. The Shroud was completed on schedule over the next few decades, by which time the Rachni held the warlords' full attention. The Krogan rebellions were not kind to the Shroud Towers. All but one was destroyed during the push for Krogan demilitarization. The remaining tower, often referred to as the Shroud, even though that is technically incorrect, was repurposed for cloud seeding and atmospheric repair. It remains on the landscape as an anachronism, a symbol of a time when Krogan and Solarians helped themselves by aiding one another. Yeah, they aided one another after they destroyed one another. Like, come on. Very weird one though, very weird. But you could, like, if there are tiny lenses, or anything that changes the way the sun or like any kind of star throws light at a planet, then not only can you get rid of the light, you can only get more light to a certain spot, right? You can make it go some other places, or you could go and make it all one place. Like a huge lens that focuses on all of the energy from the sun on one teensy-weensy spot. And then you have a death ray. This is definitely not so healthy. But anyway. So now that we can end the episode and continue, of course, with... wait a minute. Let's just move ourselves to another system. Where we're going to continue next. Like, this is kind of nice and all. Wait a minute. I have to check if... yeah. I don't know if there's like anything else to scan up here. I don't think so. Anything in here is empty. Everywhere where there is everywhere where there's main missions, you don't find anything else. So let's get back there to Pelion and get ourselves the other bit of... Oh, look at that. Almost no fuel. That was bad. 750, almost maxed up, and there is another one. So perfect. So this one is now at 100, and we should be at 100% in that system. Perfect. Perfect. And from here, that one is 100%. That one is a... yeah, find ex-Cerberus scientists. Speak with Quarians. I mean... I do have to find the Cerberus scientists, don't I? We don't know where they are. We don't know if we have to land. But we definitely have to do the Quarian thingies too. Arrae. Yeah, that one is a little further away, isn't it? Oh, Arrae is a completely different system now, is it? Look at that. Let's see. Antinax. A large terrestrial planet, Antinax has been passed over by the Turians and potential investors alike. When the Turians won the planet from the Krogan, they sought to sell mineral rights but ultimately found no buyers. One survey team dubbed it a stinking world with nothing to recommend it but brimstone and bad steel, and like Galax, the planet was soon forgotten. Despite being further from its parent star than Galax, Antinax has a thick atmosphere of nitrogen, methane and ethane greenhouse gases that retain significant heat. There are a few valuable minerals on Antinax, the most abundant being sulfur and iron. Eros Ramazotti. Eros is a Turian word meaning overlook or pleasant view, not to be confused with humanity's mythological Eros. The name refers to the planet's nearly absent atmosphere, allowing visiting probes and rovers a sweeping view of its volcanic mountains. Eros hematite deposits give the world a reddish color. accessible deposits of iron and copper have attracted second-tier Turian and Volos conglomerates that roam or mine the surface. And Niros. They do like double R's in here. Niros, a moderate-sized hydrogen helium gas giant, is of mild interest to Turian scientists because of its abnormal atmospheric composition. The planet has only a fraction of the expected methane, with high levels of carbon monoxide and ethylene instead. And Galax. Do we have to land on it? Yes. Galax was given to the Krogan after the Ragnar Wars, but bitterly contested in the Krogan rebellions and reconquered by the Turians. This left the Turians as caretakers to a levo amino acid based world that they could not inhabit themselves, but were unwilling to give up. In cooperation with the Vol Protectorate, the Turians attempted to rent the planet out for colonization between the high price and a surface littered with unexplored ordnance. However, Galax found few reputable tenants. Its most notable inhabitants were penal colonies, to these who know of it today. Galax is a symbol of tragic waste, an entire god world nearly forgotten by the galaxy at large. We're gonna scan that. But not right now, there's nothing here. Okay. There is no fuel station anywhere in here. That's iffy. Anyway, this is where we're gonna end this episode. I mean, we have done a little bit of reading and whatnot, but yeah. Let's see if we can do anything about Liara at some point in the future with all of that. Alright. Like and subscribe, of course, as usual. And ta-ta.